Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we want to look at 5 things to avoid when opening a bank account. Opening a bank account is a serious financial decision, and hence it is prudent you take some steps and avoid some other steps before you open this account. On this note, before we dive in this important financial decision, let me share this fulfilling true story with you. I opened an account for a customer some 5 years back. This customer reached out to me some few weeks ago. The reason? She wanted to open a new account with a different bank. Hence, she needed some financial advice. On this note, let me use the opportunity to thank Tony Michael of Stanbic Bank for preaching integrity to me. Shout out, sir. Now, before we dive into it, relax, take your pen and write something down. This is Kofizulu Media. Our first point here is neglecting to research into banks. Yes, it's true. Most of us neglect to research into banks before opening an account. Why? Open accounts with banks because we had an encounter with one beautiful lady or handsome gentleman who preaches all the good things his or her bank can offer to you. Hence, on that decision, which is emotional, you decide to open an account with their bank. Today, I want to tell you that that decision is wrong because you took that decision based on your emotions and hearsay. It is very important for you to research into banks before you open an account with them. This is why you must open an account with a bank that actually solves your problem or serves your needs. And this bank, you must take into consideration a bank that offers competitive interest rates, low fees, and availability of location. That is to say, has a lot of branches. Someone will ask, how can I go about this? It's simple. One can review customers' complaints, comments about these banks on their website. It's simple as ABCD. You can just Google and you'll be surprised the amount of information that is available about these banks. And you can only get the best of information from the customers of this bank. Second point have to do with ignoring the fines of this bank. Most of the times we open an account with banks and we don't have the mindset that whatever decision we are taking at the moment is a contractual agreement. Today, I want you to understand, psych yourself, that opening a bank account is a contractual agreement. Hence, it is your responsibility as a client or a customer to understand the terms and conditions of your contract you're having with this bank. Do not take this step lightly, or else you might lose your money. Fines are one important area of banks because banks make a lot of money from this. Let me just give you a typical example. When you have a fixed deposit with a bank and it was supposed to mature in 3 months' time, and then you needed money urgently, so you rush to your bank. Look, I have a fixed deposit with you, but I want to liquidate it. In that particular moment, it means you are breaching your contract you have with the bank. Hence, you'll be charged a fine. That is simple understanding of fines. So when you are opening a bank account, you are also obliged to tell the bank everything about this account. For instance, if you should have an account open with the bank and you are not able to disclose to the bank that you'll be expecting some foreign transfers, or most of the times, some banks personnel will ask you, how much do you think every month will pass through the account? If you don't disclose everything and you happen to receive huge funds on your account, this will happen. In fact, the bank will contact you immediately for further consultations, or your account will be flagged and sometimes blocked until the bank understands where these funds are coming from. So it is prudent to sometimes open your tentacles. Let the bank understand it is possible for me to receive funds from outside. And our third point is simple. It's refusing to research into bank charges. Now, most of us take this thing easy, yes, because we don't think beyond what we know. Let me cite this example before I explain this. Assuming a bank have 20,000 customers, and each month the bank charges each customer $2, 1 or 2 cedis, or €2 per customer for SMS alert. Multiply 2 times 20,000 people. Now you are alerted. So it means that banks make a lot of money from charges. Charges like internet banking, SMS alert, checkbook requirement, statement requirement. So it is necessary or your responsibility as a client to investigate into the charges of these banks. Why? Because these services could be offered by other banks for free. Our fourth point is not any other, but very crucial. That is the security of this bank. Like I said, most of us open an account without taking these things into consideration. But this could save you in the future if you had done this today. You should open an account with a bank that have a very robust security structure. What do we mean by security structure? Banks today are being targeted by a lot of fraudulent activities. Hence, you should choose a bank that have a very robust, strong, complicated security infrastructure. For example, your bank should have a 2-step verification. That is to say that there are banks today that have security infrastructures that knows how their customers spend. For instance, a good bank will have a structure of security where the system knows how much a customer spends every month. So immediately at a particular month, the expenses of this customer goes beyond the average, the account automatically will be flagged and blocked. The bank will now request a second view, that is your personal authentication, before those other transactions could go through. That is a very good bank for you to open an account with. The last but not the least, because there could be several other reasons to consider when opening a bank account, is to make sure you avoid to pay your initial deposit to field workers of banks. Because in banking today, if your account is not a current account, it happens to be an investment account or a savings account, until monies are paid, this account will not be open. That is not to say if it is a salary account, some banks will open your account. But it's an investment account or a savings account, you need to pay an initial deposit. And this money should only be paid to the teller. Look, don't take this for granted, because I know a lot of people have lost monies because they didn't take these things serious. The teller is the only person who can give you a proof of payment in banking. Yes, in the banking hall. Not the manager, not the operation manager. The teller is the only one who has the power. Now, when you write your initial deposit to the teller, make sure when it's returned to you, you look at the date of the stamp on your receipt. And you also verify that the teller did sign your receipt. Then you can be sure and go sleep that your account haven't opened. Guys, if today is the first day you happen to be watching my video, it means that you are being part of the dream, because it's for a greater cause. Now, look at the top over there. There is a word over the subscription. Click on it. There is a bell over there. Click on that one too. In fact, by doing this, you've become part of the family. And anytime I share a video, you'll be the first to enjoy it. Please do share the video. Thanks for being part of this dream. A lot of people didn't believe we'll go far. But the truth is that we have survived so many things that we know with time we'll get there. Be part of it so that you can also see, yeah, I was part of it. I was part of those who made this channel a global one, because the vision is big. Thanks for being part of Kofizulu Media. Thanks for sharing the dream.